Hey, what's going on, you guys? Well, I got a short and quick video for you guys today. As you guys could tell by the title of the video, the season is pretty much coming to an end for me as far as the lawns go. Now, anyone else who has warm season grass will understand the pain that we are going to go through for the next few months. Not doing anything to our lawns. Now, obviously, if you are overseeding your lawn, that's a totally different story, but in my case, I am not doing that. So that means, like I said, the season is pretty much coming to an end for me and my lawns are about to go dormant. Since we are in fall time right now, working our way into winter, temperatures are starting to get colder, which means the lawns are about to go, like I said, dormant and into their sleep mode. So what I wanted to go ahead and do for you guys today is I want to go ahead and show you guys the lawns for the last time for the season, and then kind of talk to you guys a little bit later on about what you guys could expect on the channel as far as obviously lawn care stuff goes. Obviously it's not going to be a whole lot, but kind of want to talk to you guys about some things I kind of have ideas for and see what you guys think. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and show you guys the lawns. Start here in the backyard lawn first, then work our way out to the front yard lawns. So sorry the lighting kind of sucks right now, but I'm gonna try my best to give you guys the best view possible. So let's go ahead and show you guys. What I will say starting out is overall the color still looks relatively good, you know, considering for the time of year we're in. Obviously in fall time, we're working our way into winter. The color still looks pretty decent. What I will say is obviously the green isn't obviously as vibrant, it's not as lush looking and everything else, but that's to be expected when your lawns start to go dormant. So the other thing to note as well is I have not been putting down any fertilizer at all whatsoever this month of October. It's obviously no point for me to sit here and throw down fertilizer and try and push growth when the lawns are about to, you know, go dormant and quote unquote go into their sleep mode. So it would be kind of useless for me to keep throwing down fertilizer when they're about to go dormant. So that is kind of that end of things. I'm only mowing once a week as of right now too as well. So that kind of gives you guys an indication as well, is that obviously the lawns, as far as the growth of them go, is starting to slow down, and that is another sign that obviously they're starting to go dormant. So, and when I'm mowing, I'm kind of mowing without the basket, so I'm just letting the clippings pretty much just get thrown back into the lawn, which is totally fine, you know, for this time of year. And then obviously going into next season, we'll be back to mowing with the basket on. But yeah, I'll go ahead and show you guys this area right in here. So this spot right in here, you can kind of see where it looks kind of yellow, and right in here as well too. These two areas I figured out are some low spots, which I will be addressing come next season. I actually dropped the high to cut one of the times I mowed last month in September, and I ended up really scalping the crap out of this area. So that just goes to show me that this area is a low spot right in here and needs to be addressed going into next season. So, but yeah, you guys, I mean, like I said, overall the lawn back here looks pretty decent. Color looks pretty decent, like I said, considering the time of year we're in. Like I said, in fall time right now, and it still looks pretty decent. So like I said, sorry the lighting sucks right now. I'm trying to give you guys the best view possible. Now we are out here in the front yard lawns. As you can tell, we're going to start here with the strip. Overall, this still looks pretty decent as well. Color still looks pretty good, but as you can tell, it still kind of has that same haze going on in it, where obviously the color is starting to change in it. So same exact thing here. I'm mowing this also once a week. I'm actually mowing everything once a week as of right now, and again, not getting a whole lot off of this. So but yeah, overall still looks pretty decent again for the time of year we're in. And yeah, unfortunately it's going to get a little bit worse as obviously the temperatures really start to drop. The color is going to change a lot more in all the lawns. So, but yeah, there's the strip. Now let's go ahead and move on to the right hand side. Now we are over here at the lawn on the right hand side in the front. As you guys can tell, overall color still looks pretty decent. However, you can tell with this lawn that it has a lot more of a yellowish tint to it. And that's not just because of how the sun's hitting it right now. This definitely has a lot more of a yellowish tint compared to the strip and then also the backyard lawn. This one is starting to show dormancy a lot earlier compared to the other two. So I find that very interesting that even though it's the same exact grass type, just in a slightly different location, that it's showing signs of dormancy a lot sooner compared to the other two. I always find that interesting is once the lawns start to go dormant, I always find it interesting how, like I said, same exact grass type, just in a slightly different location, how one lawn might go dormant a lot sooner than the other. So I always find that very interesting that it just, you know, the lawn just kind of just does its thing and one might go dormant sooner than the other. But yeah, I always find that very interesting. So, but same exact thing here. I am mowing this only once a week as well. And yeah, it just goes to show you, again, I'm not getting a whole lot off on all the lawns. So, but yeah, right here you go. Even with me showing you guys in a better lighted area, it still has a lot more of a yellowish tint to it. Like I said, again, that is not because of how the sun's hitting it right now. That's just how it looks overall. So, but again, still looks relatively decent considering the time of year we're in. So I cannot complain. And then obviously working our way back towards the brick wall here. As you guys can see, kind of the same exact thing, obviously in here too. Definitely starting to show more of that yellowish tint to the lawn, which obviously again is a telltale sign that it's starting to go dormant. So, and then obviously this bare spot area up in here towards the brick wall. This is going to be really hard for me to get any sort of paspalum to grow in here, just because obviously paspalum is a warm season grass type, and with it being shaded most of the day, that's not going to work out very well to get paspalum to grow in here. So I might try a couple tricks though for next season to see if I can maybe try and get something, you know, some more growth to happen in here, but it's going to be really hard. But I'm up for the challenge on that. So yeah, here's what, again, the back part looks like. And overall, like I said earlier, overall it still looks relatively good considering what time of year we are in. Fall time, like I said, going into winter time, and yeah, but yeah, so the lawns are definitely starting to go dormant, as you guys can see. Now I'll go ahead and chat with you guys a little bit. Alrighty, you guys. Well, you guys were able to see what the lawns look like right now in their current state as of mid-October. Like I said earlier, for fall time, they honestly still look pretty decent. And I know some of your guys' lawns are probably already pretty yellow right now, and you guys are probably pretty jealous, like, dude, yours look way better than mine do. Again, everyone's going to deal with dormancy and stuff differently depending on your location and all that sorts of stuff. So, but like I said, for fall time, looks pretty decent. I think the only reason why they still look pretty decent as well is just because of the temperatures we have here in Cali. We're still in like the lower 70s during the day. So I think that's the only thing that's kind of keeping them still looking pretty decent. But once those temperatures really start to drop as we get closer into wintertime, the color of the lawns are definitely going to start to change, that's for sure. So I'll enjoy the last bit of it I can, you know, with them looking like this, but overall they're going to start to look a little worse, obviously, as we get into wintertime. So, but yeah, you guys were able to see what they look like. Now what I want to go ahead and do is talk to you guys about what you guys can expect with my channel from this point moving forward, obviously up until next season. So let's go ahead and talk about that. Obviously, with me telling you guys earlier, you know, that the lawns are starting to go dormant and I'm only mowing once a week as of right now and all that sorts of stuff. As far as lawn care content goes, with me being in the lawns, you know, mowing them, fertilizing them, and doing other sorts of stuff like top dressing and all that stuff, you guys aren't going to be seeing any of that sort of content up until the start of next season next year. So you guys won't be seeing any of that. But that brings me to my next point and something that I've thought about doing. I want to hear your guys' feedback on it as well in the comments below, or leaving a like on the video, something like that. Let me know what you guys' thoughts are. The one main thing that I've thought about doing on my channel, mainly I guess I could say for this off season, since I won't be in the lawns as much, is I've thought about doing more live streams on my channel. So whether that's a live stream like Q&A, whether you guys want to do a Q&A about, you know, automotive stuff, about lawn care stuff, if you guys have questions about YouTube, we could do that sort of thing where I do maybe like 1 or 2 live streams a month. I think that would be really cool to obviously interact with you guys, my subscribers, you know, the people who support my channel. Would be really cool to obviously get you guys involved and hear some feedback and all that sorts of stuff. I think that would be a really awesome way to, you know, create some content in a way for the off season for me. So that's one key thing that I thought about doing. So I would love to hear your feedback below in the comments about that. If you guys want me to do that, put heck yeah live in the comments. I want to hear you guys' feedback with that. So another thing that I thought about doing as well is creating some more short form content. Now, I know most of my channel is based on longer form content, which that's what I really like doing, is the longer form of content. But I've thought about incorporating more shorts, mainly on the more basic things and more streamlined things. So like for instance, here's one that I thought for lawn care. What could you be doing right now in your off season to set yourself up for a good next season for next year? So, you know, what should I be doing right now in the off season to prepare myself to have a good season for next year? So, and then I can go into talking about some tips and some things that I might recommend that you should be doing to set yourself up for a good next season. So something along those lines, like I said, like pretty basic, pretty straightforward and streamlined. I feel like it would be good to do that as well, because like people who are just getting into lawn care, you know, giving them kind of the more basic approach as far as like just giving them the bare basic things that you should be doing to start achieving a better lawn, you know, and then obviously you could expand on that and even get into more deeper, like what you should be doing here at this time of year, and like all that sorts of stuff. Like I could really get creative with it. So I would love to hear you guys' feedback on that as well too. So again, the live streams for one, and then for two, start creating more short form content. I would love to hear your feedback on that. Again, if you guys are interested in that, drop a comment down below for the lives and the shorts. If you're interested in the live streams, comment heck yeah live. And if you're interested in more short form content, comment shorts in all caps. Would be nice to hear your feedback in regards to those. But yeah, you guys, that's pretty much it for this video. If you guys did enjoy watching this video, please go ahead, smash that thumbs up button for me. As I always continue to say, really helps me out, lets me know you guys are enjoying on the channel. After doing that, go ahead, smash that subscribe button down below and hit the bell notifications. That way you can get notified for when I upload new videos. And with all that being said, it's your boy C-Pams. Peace out, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.